Good evening, children.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So today we have Lakshana, Yarni, Shreya, and Shivam. Good evening, children. I'm still to share the answers. I think I told you that I'll share the answers by the next class. Has anyone completed here? We understood these answers, but we didn't complete working them, right? Anyone has found the solution?
Mama, Lakshana completed it.
You have completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Let me make a note of your answer, Lakshana. Tell me, what's the answer for this one?
Mama got it as 4,410.
4,410. Okay, fine. Then this one?
I got it as 17640.
Okay. Yeah, this one?
20808.
808. Okay, very good. Yeah, and this one?
For this, I got it as 177366.
366. Very good, Lakshana. Appreciate your
Thank you.
sincerity. Very good. All right. Yes, children, I'll try my best to share the answers by the next class. See, we've understood how to answer the question. The calculation part, the number work is what I said I'll share with you. We haven't completed the answers, right? However, you can do it yourself. It's not difficult. You know how to simplify this. So I think by the time I share the answer, maybe by tomorrow, please finish this. So continuing with this presentation. The population of a town 2 years ago was 62,500. 2 years ago. Due to migration to cities, it decreases every year at the rate of 4% per annum. Find its present population. So we will be using the formula. So this is where we apply the component test or formula. Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. But you need to be careful. If the population increases, then it is 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. If it decreases, it is 1 minus R by 100 to the power N. So here, due to migration to cities, it decreases every year. So we need to modify the formula. A is equal to P into 1 minus R by 100 to the power N. Because the population decreases due to migration. Decreases, then take 1 minus R by 100. If the population increases, then it is 1 plus R by 100. And what is to be taken as amount? What is to be taken as principal? Rate is the rate percent. R is the rate percent, which is 4%. And N is the number of years. So that we can 2 years ago. So N is 2. So about amount and principal, we have discussed earlier. Whichever is the latest, that should be taken as the amount. The one which is ahead in time will be taken as the amount. So in this question, it's about population 2 years ago, and we need to find the present population. See, the population of a town 2 years ago. And with this, we need to find the present population. So it's about population 2 years ago, given this, and to find the present population. So this one is ahead of time. This is 2 years ago. This is ahead of time. Comparing these two, this is ahead of time. This is the latest time. So like if this was 2003, then this is 2005. So the latest one is taken as the amount. The other one is taken as the principal. So that component interest formula we'll modify and we'll use the terms used in this question. So it'll look like this. Present population amount, no? So present population, let me write that formula first. Amount is equal to P into 1 minus R by 100 to the power N because it decreases. So amount is the present population. Amount is the present population is equal to principal is the population 2 years ago. Population 2 years ago. Okay, so amount is the present population. Present population is amount, and the population 2 years ago is the principal. Into 1 minus R by 100 to the power N. The present population we have to find. Population 2 years ago, 62,500 into 1 minus because population reduces, it's decreasing by 4%. So 1 minus. 4% is the rate of like the rate of interest. So here the rate of decrease. In the component interest formula, R is the rate of interest. So here it's not the rate of interest. It's the rate of decrease or increase. The rate of decrease is 4%. So 4 by 100 to the power N. So this is about the gap between these two is 2 years. So the value of N is 2. So this is equal to 62,500. You can simplify this. 2s are, you can do the tables of 4 itself. 4 ones are 425 times. 4 ones are 425 times. So on taking the LCM, you'll get 25. 25 minus 1 to the power 2. So 62,500. So this is 24 by 25. So the whole squared. So 24 by 25 into 24 by 25. Yeah, I think now children, you can write down the question and take down the answer and complete the calculation. Yes, children, I'm waiting for the answer from you. What's the answer?
Ma'am,
Yeah,
is the answer 57,600?
correct. So 25 and 25, 625. 25 into 25, 625. So this will be 100 times. 24 into 24 is 576 into 100 is 57600. So the present population is 57,600. You can see that it's decreased because the rate of decrease is 4% annually. So 2 years ago, it was 62,500. So now it should be less than 62,500 because it decreases at the rate of 4% every year. And it's 57,600. So the present population, therefore the present population of the town, is 57,600. Okay. Next one. The present population of a city is 92 lakhs 61,000. If it had been increasing at the rate of 5% per annum, find its population 3 years ago. So here we have present population and population 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, present population. So present population is ahead of time. Like past, present, future. Okay. Past, present, future. If you have past and present, past is the principal, present is the amount. When you have past, you can just write it in this order: past, present, and future. If in the question you have past and present, past time and present time, then past is the principal and present is the amount. The latest one is the amount. If you have present and future, then the future is the amount. Present is the principal. So see here, here in this case, present is the amount, while here present is the principal. Past, present, future. When in the question you have details about the past and present, past is the principal, present is the amount. If the question talks about the present and the future, in that case, the future is the latest one, the one which is ahead of time. Future, so amount. Present is the principal. If supposing in the question you have past and future, past is the principal and future is the amount. You can make a note of this. Okay. All right. So here it's about the present population and population 3 years ago. Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 because it's increasing. Rate of increase is 5% by 100 to the power n. So A here is the present population. Present population is equal to population 3 years ago. 3 years ago into 1 plus because The rate is the rate of increase. So 1 plus. In the earlier question, it was the rate of decrease. So 1 minus 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Now substitute whatever is given. Present population is given. See there. 92,61,000 is the present population. So 92,61,000 is the present population, is equal to population 3 years ago is not given. That's what you have to find. So you can take it as P. You can just take it as P into 1 plus R 5 by 100 to the power 3 years ago. No, so the time is 3. 3 years ago. So time is 3. Yeah. Start working, children.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
is the answer 80 lakhs?
Yeah. So yes, 21 multiplied with itself 3 times is 9261. 21 into 21 into 21 is 9261. So this is 1000. So 8 followed by 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yes, Shreya, you're right. You said 80 lakhs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right. Good. Therefore, population 3 years ago was 80 lakhs. 21 into 21 into 21 is 9261. See, you can cancel like this. So 21 ones are 21 will be 441,000. Then again 21 ones are 21,21,000. Again 21 ones are and 21,1000. Because we have seen in the chapter cubes and cube roots that 21 cubed is 9261. So you can directly divide in the tables of 21 using the tables of 21. Or you can start with simpler tables like 3 and 7. It will just take a little longer time to simplify. That's all it is. Not that you have to use 21 straight away. You can divide the two numbers using 3 or 7. You'll still get the same correct answer. So in this question, we have present and past 3 years ago. So 3 years ago is the principal and the present is the amount. And since it's rate of increase, the formula will be 1 plus R by 100. Rate of decrease, 1 minus R by 100. And N, you can see it there, find its population 3 years ago. So N is 3. Next one. A factory increased its production of three-wheelers from 80,000 in 1999 to 92,610 in 2002. Find the annual rate of growth of production of the three-wheelers. Please start writing. So what is the time period from 1999 to 2002? What's the time period? Three years. 1999 to 2000, 2000 to 2001, 2001 to 2002. 3 years. 1999 to 2000, 1 year. 2000 to 2001. And then 2001 to 2002. 3 years. So to the power 3. Time is 3. Now, bring the 80,000 for division to the other side. Is equal to 1 plus R by 100 to the power 3. Simplify this. 0 and 0 gets cancelled. Please simplify this and tell me. Is it possible to simplify? If yes, please simplify. If not, let me.
Ma'am, upon simplification, I got it as 21 by 20.
21 by
20.
Okay, you simplified, you divided the two numbers by which tables?
Ma'am, actually, I took the cube root.
That's what. Okay. No, but my question was, is it possible to simplify? Yeah, you're right, Lakshana. You're right. So now these two numbers, you cannot simplify any further, children. That is 9261 and 8000. Then you cannot simplify them using any common tables. Okay. So at this point, you should realize that 9261 is 21 cubed and 8000 is 20 cubed is equal to 1 plus R by 100 to the power 3. So that's nothing but, I'll just write it the other way. 1 plus R by 100, the whole cube is equal to 21 by 20, the whole cube. So you can just cancel the powers on both the sides. So we have 1 plus R by 100 is equal to 21 by 20. So R by 100 is equal to 21 by 20 minus 1 plus 1 on the other side minus 1. So R by 100 is equal to, take the LCM, 20, 21 minus 20. So R is equal to, this is 1 by 20 and that divided by 100 on the other side into 100. So R is equal to 21s are 25s are 5%. So the annual rate of growth, that is the increase percent, annual increase percent or the annual growth percent. R here is not the rate of interest. There's no money lent or deposited here. So R is not the rate of interest. It's the rate of growth, annual rate of growth of population. Population increases at the rate of 5% annually. So here we have to find the value of R because we have amount, we have the principal, that is, we have the production in 2002, we have the production in 1999 given, number of years 3. So the growth rate, annual growth rate is what we don't know. That's what we have to find. So R remains R. Now to start the simplification, bring this 80,000 for division to the other side. 80,000 is in multiplication on the right hand side. So it goes for division on the other side, to the left hand side. That's the first step. Then this into, then this 1 plus R by 100 to the power 3 remains here. And simplifying this, you can cancel the 0 and 0. Then these are not further, you cannot reduce them any further, these two numbers. So you should know that 21 into 21 into 21 is 9261. If no, then you have to find the factors like this. 9261, 3, 3 3s are 9, 0, 3 8s are 24, 3 7, 3, am I right? I hope. 3 1 0, 3 2s are 9s, 3 3 4 3 7 49 7 7 7 1. You need to do this. And then you can see here there are 3 3s and 3 7s. Right? So 3 into 7, 3 into 7, 3 into 7. So 21, 21, 21. Okay. And 8,000 is cool because 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. And 3 0, so 1 0. So 20. 20 into 20 into 20 is 8,000. So I wrote 9261 as 21 cubed, 8,000 as 20 cubed. So that's nothing but 21 by 20, the whole cubed. 21 by 20, the whole cube. Then you can cancel the powers, equal powers on both the sides. You can cancel the equal powers on both the sides. So then we have 1 plus R by 100 is equal to 21 by 20. Now transpose plus 1. So it becomes minus 1. R by 100 is equal to 21 by 20 minus 1. LCM, you get 1 by 20. Then this 100 on the other side for multiplication. 1 by 20 into 100, which is 5. So the annual growth rate is 5%. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. All right. So Afridi purchased an old scooter for rupees 16,000. If the cost of the scooter after 2 years depreciates to the value becomes 14,440. If the cost of the scooter after 2 years depreciates, means comes down, the value comes down. Appreciate, depreciate. Appreciation, appreciation, depreciation. Appreciation meaning increases in value. Depreciation or depreciates meaning decreases in value. So depreciates meaning it decreases in value. You need to find the rate of depreciation. The rate of depreciation. That is R, the value of R. Yeah, please start working. What's the formula? A is equal to P into 1
minus R by 100 to the
minus
power
R by 100. Yeah, minus R by 100. Because here the factory keeps increasing its production every year. Here the factory increases its production every year. So you'll have to find the annual growth rate. Growth meaning it increases the production every year. While here the value of the scooter reduces year after year, the value will keep going down. Year after year, the value of the scooter will keep going down. So you need to find the rate of depreciation, which means you will have to modify the formula. A is equal to P into 1 minus R by 100 to the power N. Okay. So now here we have the cost of the scooter after 2 years. So cost of scooter after 2 years. That's the amount. After 2 years is equal to, this is the amount, is equal to present cost of scooter, which is the principal, open bracket, 1 minus R is what we have to find by 100 to the power 2. Or you can say N here and then substitute the values in the next step. So present cost of the scooter, principal. Cost of the scooter after 2 years. That'll be the amount. And because its rate of depreciation, the value goes down. It is 1 minus R by 100 to the power N. Substitute the values given. After 2 years, so the power, so N is 2. Please simplify this, children, and tell me. Done, children?
No, I got it as 5%.
No, I don't want the final answer. I just want to know how you simplified this fraction. It reduces to what, this fraction?
Ma'am, upon simplification, I got it as 361 by 400.
Yeah, 361 by 400. Very good. By 400. So after this, children, you can also proceed like this. So I'll write it the other way. 1 minus r by 100, the whole square is equal to 361 by 400. The earlier one also can be worked like this. So 1 minus r by 100 is equal to square root of 361 by 400. In the earlier one, you can take this cube root of. You can, transpose this to the other side as cube root of. Okay. So 1 minus r by 100 is equal to square root of, like a square is equal to 100. A is equal to square root of 100. In the same way, 1 minus r by 100, the whole square is 361 by 400. So 1 minus r by 100 is equal to the square root of, if it was to the power 3, then it will be cube root of. If it was 1 minus r by 100 to the power 3, then it will be cube root of whatever you have on the other side. So here square root of 361 by 400. So 1 minus r by 100 is equal to square root of 361 is 19 and 400 is 20. Square root of 400 is 20. 19 by 20. So minus r by 100 is equal to 19 by 20 minus 1. So minus r by 100 is equal to 20 is a common denominator, 19 minus 20. Continue here. So minus r by 100 is equal to minus 1 by 20. So minus 1 either side gets cancelled. R is equal to 1 by 20 into 100. 100 here in the denominator goes to the other side in the to the numerator. So R is equal to 5%. Yeah, done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The value of a flat worth rupees 5 lakhs is depreciating at the rate of 10% per annum. In how many years will its value be reduced to 3 lakhs 64,500? So again, depreciating. So the formula will be A is equal to P into 1 minus R by 100 to the power N. So in how many years? We don't know the time, but that's the future. The present worth is given to you. The present worth of the flat is given to you. And you have to find in how many years in the future will the value become 3,64,500. So A will be the future value. Future value of the flat. A is the future value of the flat is equal to P is the present value. P is the present value of the flat. Open bracket 1 minus, because it's depreciating. So you'll have to find the rate of depreciation. 1 minus, not fine, sorry. Since it's depreciating, it's a rate of depreciation, and that's given to be 10%. You can see there, 10% by 100. In how many years? So we don't know the time, to the power n. So the future value, 3,64,500 is equal to present value, 5 lakhs. 1 minus, you can simplify this, 0 and 0 gets cancelled. Let me substitute and do that in the next step. Sorry, I shouldn't have put 10 also here, sorry. I normally substitute in once, I don't do it in different steps. So one step I substitute always. So let me write R itself here, 1 minus R by 100 to the power n. See here, I've not substituted any value. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the formula under compound interest. Just that we use a minus because it's depreciating. And then we apply this formula to the current situation. So we replace A with whatever, P with whatever. So here I don't substitute any values. Yeah. So in the next step, we'll put all the numbers. So here I'll write 10 by 100 to the power n. N we don't know, we have to find. So as always, bring the other number or this principal number for division. Okay, so 512,123 is equal to. Okay, so here you can simplify, 0 and 0 gets cancelled. On taking the LCM, you get 10 is a common denominator, so 10 minus 1 to the power n. This is LCM, children, okay? That's what we've been doing all the while. Yeah, reduce this and tell me. Cancel the zeros. The simple thing I'll do. Reduce and tell me.
Ma'am, I got it as 729 by 1000.
Come again, Lakshana?
729 by 1000.
729 by 1000. Okay. Yeah. So what is the cube root of? Okay, let me not say cube root. 1 second. So we have 729 by 1000 is equal to, what do we have here? 9 by 10, right? Because 10 minus 1, 9, 9 by 10 to the power n. Now, children, on the right-hand side, you can see the base is 9 by 10. So the on the left-hand side also, you'll have to write the given expression in base 9 by 10, using the base 9 by 10. On the left-hand side, we have 729 by 1000. You need to express this with base 9 by 10. So 9 by 10 to the power what will give you 729 by 1000. It's very easy because 10, how will 10 raised to what power is 1000? 10
3.
raised to what power is 1000? 3. So 9 cubed, you can try. In case you don't know, you can just try 9 cubed. And that will give you 729. Let me just do this again. To find the value of n, you need to have the same base on either sides. So then you can say bases are same on both the sides. So equating the powers, we find the value of n. To find the value of n, which is in the power, n is in the power. to find the value of n, we need to equate the bases. We need to have the same bases on both the sides. Then you can say the bases are same on both the sides. So equating the powers, the value of n is whatever. So the base on the right hand side is 9 by 10. We need to write the left hand side also in the same base. So you need to write it as 9 by 10 to the power something. It's not difficult to find the power because you have 10 here. We know that 10 cubed is 1000. So the power should be 3. You please check 9 cubed also. That will be 729. So 9 by 10, the whole cubed. That is 9 by 10 into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10. Will give you 729 by 1000. 9 by 10 into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10 is 729 by 1000. So we've just written 729 by 1000 in the exponential form with the base 9 by 10. With base 9 by 10. Okay. So 729 by 1000 can be written as 9 by 10, the whole cube, is equal to 9 by 10 to the power n. So now bases are same. Bases are same. Equating the powers. Equating the powers. We have n is equal to 3. So the value of the flat after 3 years will be 3,64,500. After 3 years, it will so the value keeps reducing, right? So after 3 years, the value of the flat will be 3,64,500. So the question is in how many years? So in 3 years, the value of the flat will be, you can just complete that. I don't have place here. Okay, so in 3 years, the value of the flat will be reduced to 3,64,500 in 3 years. Done, children?
Done, ma'am.
Yeah. I just want to touch mark price, discount, GST, VAT, everything today. Let me just see the questions in this one I have. Okay. So I think this I can give us homework. Present, yeah, this one also. Bacteria, we'll do it here. This will do. Okay, fine. Yeah. I'll let you. Yeah. A new car costs rupees 3,60,000. Its price depreciates. The cost of the car depreciates at the rate of 10% a year during the first 2 years. So first year, 10% depreciation. Second year, also 10% depreciation. And at the rate of 20% a year thereafter. After the second year, it depreciates at the rate of 20%. You buy a new car. For the first 2 years, the rate of depreciation is 10%. After the second year, that is from the third year onwards, the rate of depreciation is 20%. What will be the price of the car after 3 years? So, price of the car after 3 years, which is the amount, is equal to the principal, present price of the car, present cost or price of the car. Let me say cost itself, cost of the car after 3 years. Okay, cost of the car after 3 years is equal to present cost of the car, which is the principal, present cost of the car, which is the principal, into, children see here, we have different rates of depreciation. All right. So for the first 2 years, it is 10%. The rate of depreciation is 10%. So see here, 1 minus R by 100 for the first 2 years. Let me say R1 here, or you can directly see here. You can, in some cases, you cannot comfortably write the formula. So you can directly substitute the values also. So it'll be 1 minus 10 by 100 to the power 2, because for the first 2 years. And for the third year, it's going to be 1 minus 20 by 100 to the power 1. Because third year, no, only 1 year that is. The third year is 1 year. When you have different, rates of appreciation or depreciation, sometimes you can have appreciation and depreciation in the same question. It may increase, then decrease, increase, like the count of bacteria. It can increase and then fall, again increase. So you can have both 1 plus R by 100, 1 minus R by 100 in the same answer. Here it is only depreciation, but the rates are different. Here it's only depreciation, so it will be 1 minus R by 100 only. But for the first 2 years, it is 10%, and for the third year, it is 20%. After the third year also, it's 20%, but we have to find the price of the car after 3 years, right? So for us, it is only for 3 years. So see how we write the formula. Cost of the car after 3 years. This is the amount, children. This is like the amount is equal to, this is the principal, into 1 minus R 1 by 100 to the power. Shivam, disable your mic. Into 1 minus R2 by 100 to the power 1. R1, R2, different rates of depreciation. R1 for 2 years and R2 for the third year. But you can substitute like this straight away. Please use this. So cost of the car. So you know, children, whatever is ahead, that will be the amount. So the cost of the car after 3 years is like the amount is equal to present cost of the car is like the principal into, it's 1 minus because it's depreciation, and the rate of depreciation for the first 2 years is 10%. So 1 minus 10 by 100 for the first 2 years. So power 2. And for the third year, don't write power 3. It's not for 3 years. For the third year, it is 20%. So third year is only 1 year. So the power is 1 here. 1 minus 20 by 100. So the cost of the car after 3 years will be 3,60,000 into, simplify this one, 0 and 0 gets cancelled. So you can take the LCM 10, 10 minus 1, the whole square into, here it will be 0, 0 cancels, 2 ones are, 2 fives are. Okay, so 5 is the common denominator, 5 minus 1 to the power 1. So you can just ignore it. 1, 2, 3. 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 by 10. 9 by 10 to the power 2. So into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10. Write it 2 times. Into 4 by 5. 5 minus 1, 4. 4 by 5 to the power 1. So you can just remove that power. Yeah, please write down, children. Done, children?
Done, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So now we are going to see some questions where we'll be coming across these terms. So we'll take up questions to understand what these terms mean. But the full forms, GST is goods and service tax, VAT is value added tax, and sales tax. So these are the different types of tax, levied by the government. Goods and service tax, GST, goods and service tax. VAT, value added tax, goods and service tax, value added tax, sales tax. So how to handle all this? We'll take up questions and understand through them. Now I have to tell you about marked price and discount. So now you visit a store, say to buy a shirt. Okay, so you visit a store to buy a shirt. Now there's a tag on the shirt, right? There's a tag, and the tag reads rupees, say 600. The price which you see on the tag is called the marked price. The price which you see on the tag, okay, is called the marked price. Now, if the store is not offering any discount, then the marked price is the selling price. If the store is not offering any discount, then whatever you see on the tag 600, this is what you'll have to pay at the counter to pick the shirt. If you wish to buy the shirt, then you'll have to pay 600 rupees because there's no discount. If there is discount, the value of that will be reduced from the mark price. Mark price minus the discount, because discount is a favor given to you, favor done to you, right? So it's not MP plus the discount. Discount is the value of the shirt comes down. So MP, the mark price minus the discount. Okay, if there is discount, MP minus discount. This value, this reduced value is called the selling price of the shirt. This reduced value is called the selling price of the shirt. So mark price 600. Discount is mentioned as a percentage. Supposing it is 60 rupees, 60 rupees discount. So 540 rupees is the selling price. And these taxes you'll have to pay over and above this. So 540 plus GST, 540 plus this VAT, or 540 plus sales tax. So you have to pay all this. GST, VAT, sales tax, you have to pay. That's the extra amount which you have to pay the shopkeeper. That will be calculated on the selling price, on the final value of the product. These tax will be calculated and added to the final value of the product. So the mark price of the shirt, 600. If there is no discount, the mark price itself is the selling price. When there's no discount, the mark price is the selling price. So at the cash counter, you have to pay 600 rupees plus the tax, whatever is mentioned in the question. Okay, if there is something about tax mentioned in the question, 600 plus the tax you'll have to pay. So you'll be paying a little more than 600 rupees to the shopkeeper to buy that shirt. If there is discount, 600 rupees minus the discount. So say 60 rupees discount. So 540 is called the selling price. Marked price minus the discount is the selling price. And if in the question you have some mention about the tax, then that percentage is added. It will be calculated on the selling price. The tax will be calculated on the selling price, and it will be added to the selling price. And that will be the final price which you have to pay to buy the shirt. So we'll understand what successive discounts mean. We'll understand using a question. So mark price, discount, mark price minus discount is selling price. Then in discount, we have successive discounts also. You can have one flat discount of 30%, or you can have successive discounts of 20% and 10%. You can have one flat discount of 30% or successive discounts of 20% first and then 10%. Or it can be successive discounts of 10%, 10%, 10%. Both are not the same. A flat discount of 30% is not the same as successive discounts of 10%. Here the discount will be more. Here the discount will be more. When it's a flat discount of 30%, the discount is more. If it is successive discounts, first 10%, and then on the resultant value 10%, and then on the resultant value 10%, it will be slightly less than the discount you get here. When it's a flat discount of 30%, you get more discount than when it is 3 successive discounts of 10% each. Though 10% plus 10% plus 10% is 30%, a flat 30% discount will will help you get more discount than 3 successive discounts of 10%. You will get more discount here. Flat discount, you will get more than the 3 successive discounts of 10% each. Of course, see, when it's a flat discount of 30% and 2 successive discounts of 25% and 15%, this you cannot comment because the total is different. No, here it is 30%, here it is 25 plus 15, 40%. This you have to actually work and see which one is, giving you more discount. This you have to work. When the flat discount is equal to the sum of the successive discounts, like 30%, 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30. In this case, you can say even without calculating. But when the, like here, 25 plus 15 is 40, but the flat discount is 30. Here you cannot say, you will have to actually work and then comment. Okay. So mark price minus discount is selling price. Discount, you can have a flat discount or 2 or more than 2 successive discounts. And then you have the different taxes, GST, VAT, sales tax. Yeah, let's see the first question. Right on, children. Mr. Sharma purchased a washing machine. So if the tax value is included in the price of the machine, it will be mentioned. If nothing is mentioned, that means tax has to be added. Remember that. If the value of tax is already included in the price of the product, it will be given to you. 23,500 inclusive of GST or inclusive of the sales tax will be mentioned. If nothing is mentioned, that means the tax value has to be added. If the question says Mr. Sharma purchased a washing machine for rupees 23,500 inclusive of tax, meaning 23,500 includes the tax also. It includes the tax of 15%. He purchased the washing machine for 23,500, including the tax of 15%, meaning 23,500 already has the tax value also in it. If nothing is mentioned, that the tax is included or not included, nothing is mentioned, that means it is not included. You will have to find the tax and add it to the cost of the product. The percentage of tax will be given. You need to find, using the percentage, you should find the value of the tax in rupees and add that to the cost of the product. Okay, so here we don't find that word including tax. That means 23,500 is just the price of the washing machine. It does not include tax. So find the tax and add it to 23,500. So tax is what we have to pay. Discount is given by the shopkeeper. Tax we have to pay. So you should add it to the cost of the product. So value of GST is equal to 15% of the cost of the product, 23,500. Whatever is the cost of the product, 15% of that is the GST. Whatever is the cost of the product. So 15% means 15 by 100. Off means into 23,500. So it's 235 into 15. Zeros gets cancelled.
Three five two five is the answer, ma'am.
Yeah. Cancel the zeros. Cancel the zeros, and this is what it is. So the amount paid by so cost of washing machine is equal to rupees 23,500. GST is equal to rupees 3,525. Transportation, cost of transportation, okay, is equal to rupees 1,500. Because when you have the washing machine delivered to your residence, you have to pay, you have to bear the cost of transport. So you'll have to, that also is added to what you have to pay. So the WM is the WM is washing machine, children. Cost of washing machine rupees 23,500, GST 3,525, and cost of transport 1,500. So the total of this is what Mr. Sharma has to pay in total.
28,525.
Yeah. So remember, if nothing is mentioned, the tax value is not included. You will have to find tax and add it to the cost of the product. Done, children? Finished?
Done, ma'am.
All right. Yeah, use emoji. Raise your hand, children. Are you there, Shivam? Okay, very good. Yeah, next question. See here, Manish bought a scooter for rupees 40,500, including GST. So 40,500 includes the value of the GST also. That means 4,500 is made up, is the sum of the, okay, this has two things. It has the cost of the scooter and the value of GST. Both put together is 4,500. Both put together because it includes GST. All right. So let's assume the let's assume that the cost of the scooter is 100 rupees. Let the cost of the scooter be rupees 100. Then what will be the GST? Therefore, GST will be how much? 10 rupees, right? Because GST is 10%. So for 100 rupees, it will be 10 rupees. 10% meaning 10 rupees for every 100 rupees. That's the meaning of 10%. If the GST is 10%, that is, it is 10 rupees. GST is 10 rupees for every 100 rupees. So if the cost of the scooter is 100 rupees, then the value of GST will be 10 rupees because 10%, so 10 rupees. Therefore, the actual price of the scooter is equal to rupees 110. Rupees 100 plus rupees 10, which is 110. You'll have to pay this much. They've used the term printed price, so let me say printed price here. Let the printed price of the scooter. Let the printed price. Let the printed price of the scooter be rupees 100. All right. GST is 10 rupees. So the actual price of the scooter is 100%, 110 rupees. Now listen to this very carefully. You can use a proportion to work this. If the printed price is 100, then the actual price is 110. What is the printed price if the actual price is 4,500? See, we're using two terms. We're using two things, two costs or prices in this proportion. One is the cost without GST. The other one is the cost with GST. That's all it is. If the cost without the GST is 100, then the cost with the GST is 110. If the cost without GST is X, then the cost with GST is 4,500. This is with the this is without GST, this is with the GST. Without GST, with GST. That order you'll have to maintain correctly. You can use any order, but you should use the same order on both the sides. See, children, 100 is the cost without GST. This is the cost with the GST. So this is without GST, this is with the GST. This is without GST. That's what we have to find, no? So we are calling it X. This is without GST. This is with the GST. That's given in the question, 4,500. So here we have the assumptions. Here we have the actuals. We have the actuals here. Here we have the assumption values. If we assume the cost of the scooter is 100 without tax, then with the tax, it is 110. If really the cost of the scooter with the tax is 4,500, then what is the cost of the scooter without tax actually? These are the actuals. So on one side, we write the assumed values. On the other side, we write the actual values. See here. Without GST, 100. With the GST, 110. This is assumption. We are assuming this. Really, it is on this side. Without, this is without, no? So now you should write without first. Without GST, that's what we have to find. So X or Y, whatever variable. With the GST, this is with the GST. So with GST, it's given in the question, 4,500. These are the real things, real values. These are the assumed values. Now, how do we work this proportion? Product of means is equal to product of extremes. Product of means is equal to product of extremes. So 110 into X is equal to 100 into 4,500. So X is equal to 100 into 4,500 divided by 110. You can just say let the printed price of the scooter be rupees X. Yes, children, please calculate and tell me.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I'm getting 36,818.18.
Okay. That's okay. So to 6,800. Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. Proportions are very useful, you know, to calculate values like this. Please use this method. So let the price be 100. GST is 10%. So the value of GST is 10 rupees. So without GST, the price of the scooter is 100. With the GST, the price of the scooter is 110. This is the assumption. Now, in reality, the cost of the scooter with the GST is 4,500. Then what is it without the GST is what we have to find. With the GST, without GST. So without GST, we have assumed it to be X. So this is, I told you, this is the assumption. These are the actuals. If this is without GST, this is with the GST. If this is without GST, this is with GST. So this is a proportion. Product of extremes is equal to product of means, or product of means is equal to product of extremes. And this way we are able to find the value of X, which is the cost of the scooter without GST. Got it, children? Done? Is it over, children? Okay. So to shift the decimal point, you can multiply the numerator and denominator by 10. So multiply the numerator by 10 and denominator when you multiply by 10, 104.5 into 10 is 1045. To shift the decimal point, we multiply the numerator and denominator by 10. In the numerator, you can see the 10. In the denominator, you don't see the 10 because when you multiply it with 104.5, it is 1045. Yeah, what's the answer? One three eight. It goes on like that. So it is rupees 3019 point. You can just round it off to 14. So without GST, it is 3019.14. Yeah, next one. Done, children?
Done.
Yeah. So if we assume the cost to be 100 and the GST to be rupees X, see, if the GST is 4%, then it is 4 rupees for 100 rupees. If the GST is 4%, it means the GST value is 4 rupees for 100 rupees. So we have taken the GST as rupees X, right, for 100. So whatever value you get for X, that only will be the percentage of GST also. Whatever value you get for X, that's only the percentage of GST also. Because for 100 rupees, the GST is rupees X. So that X only will be the percentage of GST. So we'll assume the cost is 100, the GST is X. So the cost with GST is 100 plus X. Without GST is 100, with GST is 100 plus X. Now we use the proportion. If without GST is 100, with GST is 100 plus X. If without GST is 30,000, with the GST it is 33,600. So this is the proportion. Without, with. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. So 30,000 into 30,000 into 100 plus X in bracket. 30,000 into 100 plus X in bracket is equal to 33,600 into 100. Then this 30,000 comes for division. On simplifying 112, then the 100 transposed plus 100 becomes minus 100 on the other side. So X is equal to 112 minus 100, which is 12. X is 12. For 100 rupees, it is 12 rupees. That means 12% is the GST. Rate of GST is 12%. Done, children? Again, children, use emoji, raise your hand.
Done, ma'am.
Yeah. Lower your hands, raise your hand again. Very good. Thank you. Yeah. Next one. So first you need to read the question and write out the details given to you. So you can see 10%, which is the discount. And then you can see 20%, which is the gain percent. And then you can see 800, which is the mark price. So the mark price is 800. That is the price on the tag. The price on the tag of that product is 800. The shopkeeper makes a profit of 20%. 20% is the profit for the shopkeeper. And he gives you a discount of 10%. Given all this, you should find the CP. What is the actual cost to him? Meaning you'll have to find the CP. Cost price you'll have to find. What is the actual cost to him? What you pay is your selling price. Is his, sorry, what you pay is your cost price and his selling price. The question is, what is the actual cost to him? What is his cost? We will have to find his cost price. Even though he gives you a discount of 10%, he is able to make a profit of 20%. So what is his cost price? Is what you'll have to find. So you should always start working with that information from which you can find something like mostly, you should know two to find a third one. So here we have MP and discount. So let's start with MP. MP 800 and discount 10%. Let's start with this. Okay. Now again, okay, I haven't given you these formulae. Please write down these formulae, children. To find mark price when selling price and discount percent is given. So mark price is equal to. So whenever you have mark price, no, put 100 in the numerator. Like when it was CPSP, when we have to find the CP, we used to write 100 in the numerator. Here, when you have to find MP, write 100 in the numerator. MP is equal to, when you're finding MP, put 100 in the numerator. By 100, discount is always minus, it's not plus. So 100 minus discount percent and into the selling price. So this is how you find the marked price when selling price and discount percent is given. When selling price and discount percent is given, this is how we find the marked price. Now next, to find selling price when marked price and discount percent is given. So selling price is equal to 100 minus discount percent by 100 into MP. 100 minus discount percent by 100 into MP. And then to find the discount percent, to find the discount percent, it is discount by marked price. Like profit and loss are always calculated, profit percent and loss percent are always based on the cost price. In the same way, discount is based on the marked price. So discount by marked price into 100. The value of discount is the marked price minus the selling price. Marked price minus selling price is the discount. Marked price is what you see on the tag of that product. Selling price is what you pay. That's SP is for the shopkeeper. Selling price is for the shopkeeper. His selling price, his marked price minus his selling price is a discount. So it's marked, say 1,000 rupees. And the selling price, his selling price is 800. So that means he's given you a discount of 200. And to find the discount percent, it is discount 200 by the marked price 1,000 into 100. To find the discount percent, it will be discount 200 by the marked price 1,000 into 100. So when you work this, you'll get 20%. When you're finding MP, put 100 in the numerator. If you're finding SP, put it in the denominator. And if it is MP here, obviously it is into SP here. If it is SP here, it should be into MP here. Yeah, let me know if you finished it. All right. All right, now coming back to this question. So here we have discount 10%, gain 20%, marked price 800. We need to find the cost price for the shopkeeper. So I told you, you should take up two things and two relevant things, and you can find the third one. So here we know the marked price is 800 and the discount is 10%. You can see here, marked price and discount. When you know the marked price and discount, you can find the selling price. See here, when you know the marked price and the discount percentage, you can find the selling price. So SP is equal to, find the SP. When you know the marked price and discount percent, you can find the SP. SP is equal to 100 minus discount percent by 100 into MP. That is 100 minus 10 by 100 into 800. 100 minus 10 is 90, 90 by 100 into 800. So you get rupees 720. The selling price is 720 rupees. The selling price is 720. Now, you know the selling price and the gain percent. You should know two things to find the third one. Now you know the selling price is 720 and the gain percent. The gain percent is, I'll write the same thing. Just write the same thing again. Now we found the selling price 720 and the gain percent is known to us, which is 20%. So with this, you can find the CP. We have a formula. Given gain percent and SP, we have a formula to find the CP. So CP is equal to, when you're finding CP, always put 100 in the numerator. 100 by 100 plus gain percent. 100 plus profit percent. So gain percent into SP. CP is equal to 100. When you're finding CP or MP, put 100 in the numerator. When you're finding CP or MP, put 100 in the numerator. Then for discount, it's always 100 minus discount percent. This is gain. So 100 plus gain percent into SP. So this is 100 by 100 plus 20 into SP, 720 by 120 into 720. Children, you should not cancel 100 and 100. You need to add 100 plus 20 is 120. Now on simplifying this, 600. So the cost price of the article is 600. So the cost price for the shopkeeper is 600 rupees, but he marks it at 800. He bought it. The shopkeeper, he buys it for 600 rupees and he marks that in his shop on the tag, he shows 800 rupees. And then he tells his customer 10% discount. So his customers are actually paying him 720 rupees. But how much he paid for it? He paid only 600. So the shopkeeper buys that article for 600 from somebody. Having bought it for 600, he puts it in the shop with the tag showing 800 rupees. Then he says 10% discount. So we are happy, discount. So what is 720 rupees? That's a selling price. That is, if you buy that product, you will be paying 720 rupees. That's the shopkeeper selling price, 720. So he's still making a profit only, no, because he paid only 600 for it. And after discount, you are going to pay him 720. So anyways, 120 rupees profit he's making. That's what is given, 20% profit. So with all this, you should find the CP. So read the question, write out the details given, like I have listed discount, gain, MP, and understand what you have to find, CP. Now select two things with the help of which you can find the third one. So using MP and discount percent, we can find SP. We have a formula. When MP and discount percent is known, we have a formula to find SP. So find SP. Now you know SP and gain percent and find CP using the formula. Yeah, done, children?
Done.
Okay. You can write on this, children. I'll just explain. I'll share the image. You can write it later. Now, see here in this question. We have two successive discounts of 20% and 10%. Okay. So supposing the marked price is 100 rupees. Now the first discount is 20%, which means 20 rupees. On 100, 20% is 20 rupees. So the first discount is 20%, which is 20 rupees. So the first discount is 20 rupees, rupees 20. So the selling price will be marked price minus the discount. So 100 minus 20, 80 rupees. It's like, you know, you bargain. It's like you bargain. You're at the shop and you bargain. And the shopkeeper gives you a discount of 20%. So 20% meaning 20 rupees. So this is the marked price. The first discount is 20%, which means it is 20 rupees. So the selling price is 100 minus 20, which is 80 rupees. Now just assume that later you meet somebody in the shop and that owner or somebody related to the owner is your very close friend. So you get a further discount of 10%. Okay, you get a further discount of 10%. Now this is not 10 rupees because this discount is applicable on 80 rupees. So that is not 10 rupees. The first discount of 20% is 20 rupees because 20% of 100 is 20 only. Even if you calculate, here I've calculated, you will get 20 rupees itself. So first discount 20%, which is 20 rupees. So the selling price is 100 minus 20. 100 rupees minus 20 rupees discount, 80 rupees is the selling price. So you were actually supposed to, or you were actually going to pay him 80 rupees when you're further getting a discount of 10%. Now 10% means 10 rupees for 100 rupees, not for 80 rupees. So this one you should find. So discount will be 10% off 80 rupees. So 10 by 100 into 80, which is 8 rupees. So this is the further discount. So you were actually going to pay him 80 rupees, but you're getting a further discount of 8 rupees. So now you're finally going to pay him 72 rupees. So what was the price actually? 100. Now how much are you paying him? 72. So what is that, that flat discount you've got? 28 rupees. That is done, that calculation he's done it 2 times. First he gave you 20% and then 10%. So that 100 rupees mark price, you're going to actually pay him 72 rupees now. The selling price is 72. That means you've got a straight discount of 28 rupees. 100 rupees minus 72 rupees. 100 mark price, selling price 72. So the difference is the discount, 28 rupees. So the discount percent is discount 28 by the mark price into 100. So that flat discount is 28%. So getting a flat discount of 28% is equal to getting successive discounts of 20% and 10%. A flat discount of 28%. This 20% and then 10%, the price was reduced to 72. But if you take a flat discount of 28%, then also the price would have been 72, the selling price. So which means a straight discount of 28% is equal to 2 successive discounts of 20% and 10%. That's the question. Find the single discount, that flat discount, single discount, which is equivalent to 2 successive discounts of 20% and 10%. So getting 20% discount first, and then on that new price getting 10% more discount is equal to 1 flat discount of 28%. So now you can see here. Let the MP, 1 minute, the window is just. So let the MP be 100. First discount is 20%. So the value of that first discount will be 20% off 100. That discount is on the mark price. So 20% off 100. So 20% means 20 by 100, off means into, and this 100. So that works to 20 rupees. So 100 rupees, he's giving you 20 rupees discount. So what's the selling price? Mark price minus discount. 100 minus 20, 80 rupees. So you're happy, you're paying him only 80 rupees. But a few minutes later, you're getting a further discount of 10%. A further discount of 10%. So the second discount is 10%. And the 10% you will not get on 100. What is the price you were about to pay him? 80 rupees. You were about to pay the shopkeeper 80 rupees. On that, you're going to get 10% second discount. So the value of the new discount, 10% is 10% off 80, 10 by 100 into 80, which is 8 rupees. So you were about to pay him 80 rupees, but you've further got a discount of 8 rupees. So now finally you have to pay him 72 rupees. So you will think, no, okay, it was actually 100. Now I'm paying him 72. So he's given me a discount of 28 rupees. You will calculate that in your mind. The price was 100. The mark price was 100, but you're actually paying him 72. So you got a straight discount of 28 rupees, which is 28%. But if you have to calculate using a formula, then discount percent is equal to discount by MP into 100. So discount is 28 by MP, 100 rupees, which we have assumed, into 100, which is 28%. Yeah, all of you take a screenshot and complete this. Done, children? Taken a picture? All right. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the call. Good night.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you. Good night.